What food choices will balance our blood sugars and what may cause major fluctuation? We will focus on this aspect in this session. First, let's see the factors that help us to normalize the blood sugars after intake of any carb-rich food. When we eat carbs, our body breaks it down into simple sugars, which are absorbed into the bloodstream. As the glucose levels rises, the pancreas releases a hormone called insulin. Insulin stimulates cells to take up glucose. This normalizes the blood sugars. So, insulin is the hormone that is responsible for bringing high blood sugars back to normal. Cells around the body have receptors for insulin. When insulin fits into its receptor, it opens up the glucose channels whereby glucose can enter the cell. Glucose that enters the cell can be used to generate energy. We need energy for various body functions. But if there is surplus glucose, it can be converted to other storage forms like glycogen and fat. This is an important concept we need to understand. Surplus glucose can be converted to fat. Here we see stable fluctuations in blood sugars between 80 to 100. There is soft rise and soft fall in blood sugar levels. When blood sugars rise, insulin is released from the pancreas. When there is fall in blood sugar levels, it is the liver and adrenals that work to maintain the sugar levels. No organ is overworked. There is pretty consistent blood sugar levels. So if things are so simple, what is that which is going wrong? There are millions of individuals with type 2 diabetes, that is, those with persistently high blood sugars. Body hormones are unable to normalize the blood sugars. To get an answer to this question, first we need to see how our body responds to carbs that are quickly digested as compared to carbs that are slowly digested. Let's see what happens to blood sugars when we consume an aerated drink as compared to a whole apple. With aerated drink, free sugars are quickly digested, thereby causing instant rise in blood sugars. But when we eat an apple, the blood sugars rise gently, as it takes a while to digest, the sugars being embedded with fiber. Here we can see there is fluctuation of blood sugars, high blood sugars and also low blood sugars. So why does the blood sugar crash below the normal range? It is because high blood sugars also provoke a sharp rise in insulin called insulin spike. These sudden high levels of insulin cause a sharp fall in blood sugar level. Both blood sugar spikes and insulin spikes cause certain undesirable changes in our body. A glucose spike is followed by a insulin spike. This causes low sugar levels or glucose crash. This causes fatigue. You may feel like taking a nap. It also triggers hunger for more carbohydrates. That is, it causes food craving and sugar craving. Insulin spikes promote conversion of excess glucose to fat. That is, it stimulates fat storage. Apart from that, insulin spikes also block fat breakdown and fat burning. When insulin levels rise, excess glucose in the bloodstream will be stored as body fat, especially belly fat. Regular and excess consumption of easily digestible carbohydrates over a period of time also causes certain changes apart from weight gain. With blood sugar fluctuations, the pancreas is strained as it has to produce tons of insulin to bring down the enormous surge in blood sugars. With the drop in blood sugars below the normal range, adrenals and liver are also on high alert. All organs are on high alert, working overtime, trying to get the blood sugars back to its healthy range. This alone, without any stressful job, can make the body very stressed. This process, if left unchecked over a period of time, leads to insulin resistance. That is, insulin receptors do not respond to insulin. Though the insulin levels are high, cells do not respond to insulin. Blood sugars remain elevated. This is the primary underlying cause of type 2 diabetes. Blood levels of insulin are high. Blood sugars are also high. Unhealthy food choices causes various lifestyle related disorders apart from weight gain and type 2 diabetes. In contrast, let's see the body's response to the intake of healthy carbs. Healthy carbs cause slow steady rise in blood sugar levels. There are no blood sugar spikes, no insulin spikes. Healthy carbs that are rich in fiber when eaten with proteins lead to consistent steady blood sugars over a period of 3 to 4 hours. When we eat healthy carbs with proteins as a part of balanced meal, proteins further slow the digestion. Healthy food choices that we make as part of balanced meals make us feel full for a longer time, prevent hunger and food craving, meet all our nutritional requirement. It is easy to plan, cook such meals and enjoy the food as well. The American Diabetes Association recommend using fruit as a way to satisfy craving for sweets. Fruits are the best choice when someone wants to eat something sweet. It is preferable to eat whole fruit instead of fruit juice. Eating well with diabetes doesn't require a special diet, but instead regular balanced meals following the dietary guidelines. It isn't necessary to eliminate carbohydrates or eat a low carb diet, but eat whole food sources of carbohydrates that help with blood sugar regulation. Thank you, friends.